G'day Space Engineers and welcome back to Dronely episode 9 I think this is so far. Did a little bit of an extra episode last week at the end of it, but I've done a little bit more off camera, a few more testing with this as I think I figured out what was wrong with it, and it was due to one of the blocks being damaged as it was being printed up and causing it to actually trigger its flee timer block function to set it back home and actually go and repair like we saw it automatically try and do itself. So I think something went wrong in its programming, and I'm still trying to work out how I can actually get this blueprinted up so I can upload it to the workshop so you can just print it out or use it yourself. But today is going to be a little bit of a weird one, and it's going to be a bit of a big episode, to be honest, because I want to get this one built up. I got some magnesium powder and all that sorts of stuff off camera. I just did a bit of mining really quickly. It's all the way over there, like 4.5 Ks, but we can get this attack drone slash missile up, and this is really quite simple. It's got like Gatling guns out the wazoo. It's got a bit of armor. It's got a sneaky warhead, which in the last season apparently it used uranium, but in this season, or at least in these updates of Space Engineers, it only uses dynamite or explosives, which just uses the magnesium powder, which is really good that I'll be able to build that entire thing up and use it ASAP. With this one, it is my new drill drone, and I do have the multi-grid projector plugin installed, which is why you're able to see anything above this piston as a ghost that we can build right here, right now. In the base game, you wouldn't be able to do so. So I've just kind of quickly, hastily kind of connected this up, and then Steve and I, or Alan, the robot, can actually help me build that up off camera. It's going to be a little bit time consuming, as well as I will build this one up ready and waiting for the next episode. So I left this blueprint as it was before uploading, or sorry, before getting the multi-grid projector plugin actually like installed and working. This is what it will look like. Watch what happens when I change the projector, this one here, to something a little different. And I'm just gonna go all of those just so I know specifically what projector I'm looking for. And I'm gonna remove the old one and just add the exact same blueprint into the design. Oh, that's not the one. No, the right blueprint. I want the infinite tunneler. That one right there that I did alter off camera in a different kind of world, but it's exactly the same design and same functionality, etc., as you would find to download it and have it in your world. I've just kind of raised its ass end up a little bit just so I don't have to change the base, but I'll get this all welded up and built off camera. I kind of drilled out a bit more to clear out some room so I can build these drills in and all that sorts of stuff. But this thing is really, really clever, and it will just continuously build until you tell it to stop. Mines all the resources out you need, all that sorts of good jazz. But let's get on with today's episode. I want to get these two off ASAP so it's not so performance heavy. Very, very nice. I want to get this bad boy up and running like pronto, because I did get, I know, a few different things I did get a really quick small hydrogen tank just kind of filled up off camera. It's got 9% in it. Hopefully that should be more than enough to actually get this thing ready and waiting for whenever we need to. So I want to get this built up, and then we can use our pod's landing gear and just get this moved out of the way, like kind of put it over there ready and waiting, all filled up, ready to go pretty much. So I've got a nice sorter here that I do need to quickly change and tell what it needs to do. So let's go ahead and get this changed to missile. That one right there, nice and easy. And then we'll type in missile for that sorter, as I really want it to whitelist, only push through Gatling ammo, because that's what this drone takes for those weapons that it has. And I want it to drain all of those Gatling ammo box through the connector and into this drone, into the weapons and all that sorts of stuff. So that should be good. Kind of extended this out a little bit as well, just so I could actually walk around it without falling off all the time. That was kind of getting a bit silly. So I'm just going to push this all the way up. And this design of the missile can actually be printed on the back of it, on the back of itself, just here like that. But the blueprint isn't actually got that functionality working just yet, as I tested off camera just before starting to record. So I'll fix that on up, and we can pretty much get the projector to build this all up and then move the projector's blueprint over and just keep it continuously building on, etc. And it should be really nice. I want to decrease that velocity a little bit and just bring it out a little bit more. That's much better. And I'll turn on those welders. So we should be able to get all of this built in really quite nice and easy. I should have enough thruster components, the detector components, as well as the explosives for the warhead, which is actually I only found out like half an hour ago, no more than that it takes 2 explosives instead of using uranium. So that's absolutely perfectly built right there. That's awesome that that warhead was able to be built in, and it doesn't start in a armed setting. It will actually have to run out of ammo or run out of hydrogen for it to actually be armed, which will then turn that sensor on. And what that sensor will do, once something gets in the range of it, it just tells that warhead to detonate, pretty much. Really nice and easy. So that's how that all works. How did we go on that? 100%. Oh, I'm stuck in a hole. Let's turn the welders off. Decrease the velocity. I think I got those buttons in the wrong places for what I'm usually used to. I might have to switch them on over, and what we can do is just quickly connect that one up. So the tanks it's got 2 of these. It should fill them up nicely. That is really good. That is really, really good. How are we going on the Gatling ammo? It is somewhat building. So I'm guessing Gatling turret drone. So it is building very, very slowly. Small cargo container. Oh, okay. So some of it is actually being dumped into the cargo drone. So I'm going to have to go into the assembler and tell it to make more of it, because obviously my drone or my cargo drone is connected to the rest of it. So it's definitely going to need to be increased as it sees it, as it completing its job. So I'll just double that and I'll set that to 50. There we go. So we'll just get a little bit more going, and we should be able to get some in here nice and ready. There we go. Now they're starting to flow in. Very nice. Very, very nice. And there's the sort of missile pushing them all in for us. So once this drone runs out of ammo or runs out of hydrogen, it actually just switches its remote blocks over from the AI offensive combat to an AI offensive ram. Same block, just named different. One is to shoot the enemy and one is to ram it, funny enough. So that should actually be all perfectly full and ready to go. So what I can do now quickly is get my Doobalaki thingamabob here and get it to unlock. Now, whoop. Because it's empty, it's very, very touch sensitive. So I'll get the auto lock on, and I'll hold Alt while I can move the camera. There we go. And I'll just kind of lock onto the nose of this thing, and I can just move it close to where the unknown signal is. I think would be a good spot for it, if it'll allow me to connect it. That is, there we go. Awesome. So that's connected. I'll jump out and I can quickly disconnect. And, oh, hang on, that's right. I need to turn that off because of the programming. That's just the way it works. And then I'll jump into this and fly away. Let's go ahead and make sure we don't hit anything underneath us. Let's just like zoom out, hold Alt. Oh, that was some close stuff. That was some really close stuff. We are a little bit wonky here. Now, hopefully when I release this drone or missile, it will actually stay standing up and I don't ram it into everything so fast. So let's see if I can 4 and then unlock. Yes. Awesome. Awesome sauce. I love it when plan goes to actual, when things to actually go to plan. Oh, wow. It's really too early for me to talk so far. Is that going to be the theme of this episode? Me screwing up my words. Nothing unusual there, really. There we go. So cool. So if we actually do get attacked, I can really just set this out on its way, and it's not connected to the base, so the ammo and the fuel it all has is separated. And if I wanted to, I could go ahead and actually build another one up straight away and get it filled up as well. Once I get these switched back on and ready to go. So that would be all ready for me to do that. That is actually really fantastic if I needed to do that. Sweet as. Sweet as. So what I might do is... should I get Steve starting to build that thing now? Because we didn't really use him last episode. Let's see... no, let's get the infinite tunneler up and running. See if we can get this going. Yeah, I think that might be a really good idea. Now, obviously, we won't be able to build these reactors, but we'll need to increase our power input through building more turbines and stuff like that. So I'll probably double up on these like off camera or something like that, really simply, just to try and get some more power in to make it sufficient to actually get this built and in operation and things like that. So let's see if we can get Steve, or is it Alan, to actually get out here and work. Hey buddy, how you going? All right. Now I also got some nice speed modules and some power efficiency modules on our assemblers, just so it can actually build a lot faster. And I won't really bother with the refinery, as that should be okay in what it's actually doing there. It's just doing silicon and cobalt. We don't have any more iron. We got, let's see if we can just search ore. Yeah, we do have a lot more iron. Yeah, that's what I really want you to do. Not in the basic refinery, in that refinery, please. Because I got the old one off. It's just less effective. Stone, silicon, cobalt. That looks like we've got lots of iron because I did 2 or 3 launches of the new cargo drone. And let's see if we can actually go ahead and just test it again now. I'm going to do a quick shift F5. Because this drone is still very, very experimental at the moment. And yeah, alright, here we go. Come on, baby, let's do it. Let's be nice for me. Be nice for Sharpie. Be nice for Sharpie. Like, I keep hyping up this drone, and what it did at the end of last episode, or episode 8, wasn't really expected in any way, shape, or form that it damaged it or whatever it may have been, and just completely screwed with the programming and all that sorts of stuff in this, like, vanilla, just 100% vanilla drone. Timer blocks, event controllers only, really. So the GPSs, I may have to replace them, because when I did use this drone to place those GPSs to begin with in episode 8, it still had the merge block on the side of the connector, and the connector wasn't able to actually lay flat on the drilled connector to place that GPS. You'll find out in just a second, it's not really directly on it as you just saw just there. So I'll have to replace that now that I've actually gone ahead and removed all of that. So that should be completely full. Should fly up to the drill approach. I'll just fly back on top of it, and I'll come back to the drill in a second and tell you what I've done on that one. Not too much. I've just done that event controller and just set that out properly. So we've got the cargo. That's this one right here. 100% full of iron. Absolutely fantastic. And it somehow picked up some assault cannon shells. Righto. I did actually have to paste this design in, unfortunately. I'll just admit that right now. Just because I really didn't want to have to go through its programming and literally figure out what was wrong with it. So I literally deleted the old design and just pasted in the new one. I didn't waste any resources or cheat in any way, shape, or form. I've just somewhat fixed that programming itself from it not doing it properly when I printed it up, because I was really impatient and lazy, and I should have built that printer out with the pistons on both sides, etc., like I should have done. So this tank should actually be rather full still, as in the last episode as well, you noticed that the tanks were really low, and that was because the precision mode was on, which uses a lot more fuel because it takes a lot longer to fly pretty much everywhere and anywhere. So that's actually perfect right there, because we removed it afterwards. So I just need to replace the drill docks GPS, and that should be absolutely perfectly fine. We got no errors, so we got the ore collected on the last run, which we can actually just go ahead and press that button to reset any errors that it may or may not be showing just there. So I'll just actually go ahead, check my O2H2, which I might just want to go and get a little bit more of it. Get these filled up if it actually has anything in it. Small hydrogen tank. It's on the auto refill. It is empty. Okay, so it looks like I really need to go and get some more ice very, very quickly, and I'll be back in 1 second. But I'll go and talk about that drill, so I'll meet you at the drill once I've done this and I've gotten more jetpack. Because, yeah, I need jetpack. Alright, just got a little bit of ice. I just wanted to show you what I've done on this and why it doesn't seem to be working. And what's this block here? So, normally I'd have like a sorter and a connector, just ejecting any of the stone, and I'd have the sorter set specifically to whitelist and drain all on the stone, so it would just eject all of that. But this block here works exactly the same as those two blocks combined. Works very similar to a sorter itself, so it's draining all of the stone that's looking at the stone only, so it's not going to do anything else but the stone, and it's just going to literally delete it from this grid's system. Is that gonna be a dangerous thing for me? I hope not, because that would be a serious turn of the episode. I don't think it's gonna be in range. About 2.5 kilometers is where the new AI blocks range actually is limited to. So anything more than 2.5 kilometers that you see with an enemy, it should not be able to see you at all. So I should be safe right there at 2.93 kilometers. So yeah, running back to the drill again. I know it's a bit of an all over the episode, all over the shop kind of episode. But yeah, my son is a little sick at the moment, and yeah, my brain's a little scattered. So I'll just go in here, go into the event controller. So what this is looking at is it's looking at all of the drills containers, so all of the cargo of the drills. And when it gets above 95%, it'll actually turn the drills on or off if it is or not above that, as well as turning the piston on or off, and those pistons that are actually continuously extending. So when those are below 95%, which it should be right now, this might be one of the problems on things doing that. Yeah. So what I mean by that, actually just being a little bit more specific. Turn those off for now. I've found since a few updates ago, or a couple of weeks ago from releasing this episode, the event controllers no longer actually switch between action slot 1 and action slot 2 properly. I have no idea why, but it is what it is. So this is currently in the correct setting where everything should be off. It shouldn't be off because everything is below 95% with this AND gate. So it needs to actually be on. Unless I have that off. I wonder if that will allow it to work. If this is what is causing the problems. Yeah, that might be it actually. So to summarize exactly what I just said, I know that was really confusing. The cargo drone problems I've been having is mainly due to this specific problem of these event controllers not being correctly set. So like, look, it says action slot 1, but all of these are not above 95%, so it should not be doing it. It's not equal or greater than 95%, so it should not be in action slot 1 or action slot 2. Like, it should be... Yeah, it's just really, really weird how these are doing it, and sometimes they will work. Yeah, see, look. No, when it is equal or greater than that, I want you to turn them off. Yeah, that should work. Like, that should just automatically do it, but that is how the drill should work in itself. It shouldn't be looking at this connector or anything like that. It should be just looking at all of those, just the drills itself. And if they are full, shut the whole drilling procedure down. If not, and my cargo drone has taken some out of it, turn it back on to fill itself back up again. But that should be how it works. But those event controllers, I have been having many problems with recently, and kind of not having fun with them, to be honest. And this guy is plodding along slowly, I guess. And what I really want to do is I'm going to go down here. I want to get a really simple cargo or drilling dock for ice. So I need all sorts of different things. I'll get an ejector, a collector. Yeah, collector. I'll get some of those conveyors. I'll get some of the conveyors as well. That should be everything. So I should be able to get one of them. I won't be able to pick up the battery, but I'll be able to get the connector. I'll get one of them. Or actually, I'll get a few of these. And I'll get one of those collectors. There we go. That should be everything. I really need to figure out where the closest spot for water is. There we go. Right over there. Fantastic. Nice and close. And hopefully our cargo drone will actually have nice line of sight. Which I might even put it where he can have nice line of sight. Even though the collision avoidance is on, I don't want him running out of hydrogen or working too hard for what he needs to. Yeah, so there. That looks like just about here-ish. No, that's a little bit weird. Yeah, so that should be good just about here. 4, we'll get a few of them. And I'll get 5. Let's get the conveyor. Oh, okay, so I need to get a hinge. Okay. I'll need to actually get a hinge on this one so it will allow me to angle it into the water. Unless I just build it straight into the water and then have the connector up. That might actually work, to be honest. So let's get all of these out and start that again. Let's get 5. Let's get one of these conveyors. Plonk this in the water. And then we can actually just get one of these, or even 2, with a connector on the top of it. Just like so. And then I can actually just get a collector right there. And that should be everything I should need apart from power. Like, ever so simple to get this done, because the connector will actually provide more storage that the collector itself will already have. And I can just build this all up nice and easy and get a solar panel connected onto either side of this connector, which of course I don't have any of those. Was it this side, or was it going to be this side that you're going to allow me to? Neither. Okay. Fine then. Oh, it's because I don't have any steel plate at all. Okay. So I'll run back and grab that, and I'll be back in just a second. So we'll be able to get heaps and heaps and heaps of ice. Here we go. Just weld up this connector now, and he should have enough to build a solar panel on the connector like I thought I should have been able to. Yes. Good. 1 and 2 maybe. It'll probably only need to work during the day, really. But then we can get a battery on it. I'll just get a battery on it, like off camera or something nice and quick, because the battery parts, the actual power cells themselves, are really heavy, so you can't really carry too many of them. And it doesn't look like I've got enough for the second solar panel. But that is absolutely perfectly fine. This should actually be working as intended. So let's go into here and let's go into the inventory. Excellent. The collector is collecting as it should, and we've got so much ice. Look at all this ice. This is going to be awesome. And then we can just get like a really simple like cargo drone or something like that, or even build another AI cargo drone just to come over here and get it all collected. But yeah, that's really nice that Kanajashi was smart enough, and I was lucky enough to watch one of his videos. I try and watch all of the other streamers' videos as much as possible. You never know what they may add or what they may come up with, etc. It's always some good stuff. Even an advanced player like myself can still learn stuff. Yep, that's right. I can still learn stuff. I was just trying to figure out what else have we got and how's Steve going on with this stuff? Or is Steve gone? Where did Steve go? I don't know. Steve is gone somewhere. Let's see if we can store him. And then we'll respawn him back once he's done. Recalling, and there he is there. Cool, yeah. Go ahead and, like, finish building this up, which he is actually really going well with, to be honest. He's doing a good job. He's doing a very good job. So we've got that really simple rule platform. I need to get that small grinder pit for unknown signals, and I'm thinking I might bring in the one I have available in the world save download that you guys can get, that uses the unknown signal with the AI blocks, because any of my available drones you can see on the workshop themselves singularly, I have actually gone ahead and added all those AI blocks to, except they're not individually uploaded. I've uploaded them in the actual world save, comparing the one with the remote block and the one with the AI blocks themselves, even in multiple combinations. So yeah, go and check that one out for sure. What do you want, Steve? Go and do your job, dude. Go and do your job. Yep. It's a bit of a scattered episode. I know that, guys. I apologize or something like that. Yeah. Destroy, remove old basic refinery. Got that in, Need to do that. Need the button controls. I did get the magnesium. I did alter the printer. And I have built the new attack drone, even though there was no uranium, as I said just there. It doesn't actually take uranium at all, which is absolutely fantastic. So I think we might actually end it there, to be honest, and get this episode out as soon as we can. But as always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz, and stay sharp till next time.